Level 1. Survivor. Credit card bills on the fridge door. Top ones due Friday. Your net worth? $103,000. $92,000 of that locked in a 401k. Early withdrawal means a 30% hit in taxes and penalties. Untouchable. Real liquid cash? $8,400. You're a mid-level product manager at a tech company in Austin, Texas. $92,000 salary. After federal, state, FICA, and health insurance, $5,800 hits your account each month. Rent, $1,850. Car payment, $420. Student loans, $318. Insurance and groceries, around $900. Utilities, phone, internet, and subscriptions, another $300. Dining out and incidentals, roughly $700. What's left? Under $1,300. This is the real math for most American middle-class households. The Fed's 2023 data puts the median U.S. family net worth at $192,000, but median liquid assets at under $8,000. You're right on that line. You start a side hustle after work. Not passion. Numbers. You pick up UI design contracts on Upwork, $45 an hour, 10 extra hours a week, roughly $1,600 more a month. You open a separate bank account just for that money. You don't touch it. One rule at this level: cash is oxygen. Not net worth, not stocks, not equity. The cash you can move today. 6 months later, that account holds $9,400. You haven't told anyone. Level 2. Builder. The day your net worth crossed $500,000, nothing felt different. You switched jobs. Product director at a Series B SaaS company. Base salary? $145,000, plus stock options. You bought a $380,000 townhouse in East Austin, 10% down, mortgage locked at 6.7%. You met with a financial advisor for the first time, 12th floor of an office building on 6th Avenue. He walked you through an asset allocation chart. His recommendation? 60% of liquid assets into low-fee index funds. Vanguard's VTSAX, 0.04% expense ratio. 20% into a high-yield savings account, currently at 5.1%. 20% as a liquid reserve. You followed the plan. Things started making sense that never did before. Your colleague Mark makes $20,000 less than you, but his net worth is higher. He bought his Austin house in 2019 for $220,000. It's worth $410,000 now. His wealth compounds while he sleeps. Yours is built hour by hour. Passive appreciation and earned income operate on completely different logic. You start reading financial news differently. Fed hikes rates 25 basis points used to be background noise. Now it's a direct variable in your mortgage payment and bond returns. What you lose. Weekends. Your calendar hasn't had a clean Saturday in months. Your girlfriend left when your net worth was $420,000. She said you were never really there. She was right. Level 3. Crosser. $1 million is a threshold. Before it, you're accumulating. After it, you're allocating. The difference? Accumulation costs your time. Allocation lets the money do the moving. Your net worth breakdown. Primary residence, $440,000. Mortgage balance, $340,000. Retirement accounts, $380,000. Taxable brokerage, $290,000. Cash and equivalents, $110,000. Unvested company options, estimated $180,000. Total, approximately $1.06 million. You get introduced to private funds. Your advisor connects you with a limited partnership focused on Texas commercial real estate. Minimum investment, $250,000. 5-year lockup. Projected annual returns, 8 to 12%. SEC regulations require you to be an accredited investor to participate. Net worth over $1 million excluding your primary residence, or $200,000 plus in annual income for 2 consecutive years. You just cleared the bar. This door doesn't open for everyone. For most people, it doesn't exist at all. You put in $150,000. You start understanding that tax optimization isn't tax evasion, it's legally engineering the structure. You form a single-member LLC to run consulting income through. Home office, travel, professional equipment, all deductible. Your CPA, who runs his own firm in Dallas, charges $3,200 a year. He saves you roughly $18,000. You stop talking about any of this with family. It's not secrecy. It's that the questions they ask and the problems you're solving no longer share common ground. The gap keeps widening. Level 4. Operator. Net worth $5 million. On paper, you don't need to work anymore. The 4% rule. $5 million in assets sustains $200,000 a year in spending indefinitely. You could walk out. You don't, but you know you could. You leave the SaaS company. You join a 3-person angel syndicate investing in early-stage tech. Your title? Operating partner. No salary. Compensation comes through advisor equity in portfolio companies, typically 0.1% to 0.5%, 4-year vesting. The entry fee to this world isn't money, it's who you know. You start attending industry dinners at private venues, Soho House in Austin, private residences in Pacific Heights. Invitations come through people, not institutions. You learn a new language, not English, signals. Who's in a deal tells you something. Who quietly stepped out tells you more. Who wasn't in the room at all tells you everything. Your spending shifts. You stop buying more expensive things. You start buying time. Your cleaner comes twice a week, $160 a visit. You have a part-time personal assistant, 15 hours a week at $32 an hour. Your frequent flyer miles go toward upgrades now. You stop saving them for free flights. At a board meeting, you watch someone present a financial assumption you know is wrong. Nobody pushes back. He's the lead investor. You say nothing. The meeting ends. You sit in the parking garage for 4 minutes before starting the car. Level 5. Architect. Net worth, $20 million. You're no longer a participant. You decide who gets to participate. You manage over $80 million through a family office structure registered in Delaware. Delaware LLC filings don't publicly disclose member names. That's part of why it was chosen. Your legal team, 2 corporate attorneys, 1 tax specialist. Monthly retainer, approximately $22,000. Your portfolio spans 3 dimensions: liquid assets, index funds and bonds, roughly $6 million, illiquid alternatives, private equity and commercial real estate LPs, roughly $9 million, direct equity, 3 companies where you were a founder or early major investor, valued at approximately $5 million combined based on the latest funding rounds. You get involved in lobbying. Not directly. You join an informal coalition of 12 Texas commercial real estate investors. Together, you co-fund the campaign of a state legislator whose policy positions align with your interests. Each contribution stays within federal and state legal limits. Anything beyond that flows through a properly structured super PAC. None of this is hidden. It's all in public campaign finance filings. Nobody reads those filings. You start managing your digital footprint deliberately. Your main social accounts haven't posted anything personally revealing in 3 years. No single person holds the complete picture of your finances. Your accountant knows the numbers, your attorney knows the structure, your advisor knows the allocation. The full map exists nowhere but your own head. Last month, an old co-founder texted you. His company's cash flow was in trouble. He needed $500,000. Just 3 months, he'd pay it back. You had your assistant reply, "Sorry, things are tight on my end right now." You no longer know if that was a lie. Level 6. GhostNet. Worth $100 million. Nobody knows your real number, including you, because at this level, net worth is a theoretical figure, not something you can calculate on any given Tuesday. Private company equity, illiquid real estate, trust-held assets. Every line item is a function of timing and market conditions, not a fixed number on a balance sheet. You have legal entities in Texas, California, and Nevada. Your family's wealth sits inside an irrevocable trust. Your children are the beneficiaries. You're the grantor. But you are no longer the legal owner. Under current federal estate tax law, this structure shields up to $13.61 million from taxation over your lifetime, the 2024 Unified Exemption Limit. Your estate planning attorney estimates that when you die, less than 15% of your total wealth will be directly taxable. 2 people manage your calendar. You average fewer than 3 substantive decisions per day. Each one affects hundreds of people. The last time you were inside a grocery store was 2 years ago, Thanksgiving week. Your bodyguard had called in sick. You drove yourself to Whole Foods for a bottle of olive oil. In the parking lot, a neighbor recognized you. He called your name. You smiled. You talked for 3 minutes. You've since forgotten what he was called, but you remember something from those 3 minutes that you hadn't felt in a long time. You were just a person buying olive oil. Last week, at a private dinner, you spent 40 minutes talking with a U.S. senator. He knew your name. You understood his problem. By the time the check was signed, both of you would make decisions shaped by that conversation. No document will ever record that dinner took place. You no longer need anyone to like you. That isn't freedom. It's a different kind of cost. You spent 20 years buying your way to a seat at the table, and once you got there, you found that the rarest thing at that table was something you had effortlessly, back when your net worth was $100,000. An afternoon where you didn't have to calculate anything. Power will never tell you that. You have to figure it out yourself. Somewhere in Austin, a 23-year-old engineer just signed his first offer letter. $88,000 base, plus options. He opens Excel and starts mapping out how long it'll take to save his first $100,000. He thinks that's the finish line. It isn't. But he'll figure that out soon enough, that it's not the destination.